Limo, Emily.
Now that medical attention has been administered to the living, the rescuers can now turn their attention to the corpse. The coroner has arrived on scene. The coroner examines Mason's body briefly as the officer tries to comfort Marissa. Patrick thought it would be okay to have just a couple of beers and then drive with his friend Kayla to the gas station to buy more. He had no idea that his impairment would cause him to run a red light and collide with his classmate Maddie. Tonight, Patrick's dad will get a phone call from Officer Shoup telling him to come and pick up his son and that he has been charged with underage drinking, drunk driving, aggravated vehicular assault, and aggravated vehicular homicide. Instead of enjoying graduation and heading off to college in the fall, Patrick will be spending the next several years in jail. What's worse is that he will have to forever deal with the guilt and remorse he feels for having caused the accident that killed his friend Mason. Jocelyn's neck was broken in the impact of the crash, and she will be paralyzed for the rest of her life. Kylie's legs and spinal cord were injured during the crash, and they did not have enough blood supply while she was pinned in Maddie's car. Once she arrived at the hospital, she had to undergo surgery, and both of her legs were amputated. Neither of them will ever walk again. The officers will remain on scene until the debris can be cleaned up and are left thinking about the pain that all these families will endure. Mason's funeral, Patrick's legal costs, trial, and year in jail. The life that lies ahead for Jocelyn and Kylie, the guilt that Patrick and even Maddie will feel for the rest of their lives. Sometimes you have to stop and think, what if this was me? Every 15 minutes, someone dies from an alcohol-related crash. Today, every 15 minutes, a student will be removed from class, be given white makeup, and return to class as the living dead. They will not speak for the rest of the day, as they represent those who die in an alcohol-related crash every 15 minutes.
Thank you so much for your attention and cooperation. We have a couple minutes, so if you would, orderly, if you'd like to come down and take a look at life flight or the crash scene, you are more than welcome to do so. It's only going to be for a couple minutes for if you want to take a look at life flight, because they're going to have to take off. We're going to have to get everybody off the field. Thank you.
That was one of those. That's scary.
Now about a deadly crash in Warren County. The Ohio State Patrol now confirms that a drunk driver caused the crash on I-75 near the Franklin exit last December. Investigators say Joshua Incansa had a blood alcohol content more than 4 times the legal limit when he drove the wrong way on the interstate and hit a minivan head on. Michelle and Scott Barhorst, who were in the van, were killed. Incansa and his 7-year-old son were also killed. 4 children in the Barhorst van and another child in the Incansa vehicle survived the crash.
Well, for the next couple of days, police are going to be cracking down on drunk driving.
Right now, Ohio State troopers are teaming up with the Vandalia and Butler Township Police Departments for an OVI checkpoint. Wale Aliu is at the checkpoint on US 40 with why troopers picked a Monday night. Wale?
Yeah, Shannon, there were a lot of questions. Why on Monday night? Did 9/11 tomorrow have anything to do with it? Or maybe the Bengals game, people watching the game, drinking, that kind of thing. Police tell me neither of these things had anything to do with it. They were just happenstance. This day was actually picked 4 months ago, but the message tonight is simple. Don't drink and drive. And you see all the guys out here in the green vest. They are all out here to hammer that sole point home. Police tell us about 40% of the fatal crashes involve an OVI, and those happen throughout the week in Montgomery County and not just on weekends. So having a Monday night checkpoint is just their way of mixing things up.
All the drunk drivers not on a Friday and Saturday night. We have daytime checkpoints and are able to kit OVIs there, which are impaired drivers, which is broad daylight.
Now this checkpoint was funded by federal dollars as well as from previous impaired drivers. I have here with me Terry, who's keeping track of the stats. Terry, how many cars have gone through since they've been out here since about 9? How many cars have gone through?
I just hit 294.
294 cars. How many arrests have you all made?
We've had 1 arrest and 3 diversions tonight.
All right, thanks, Terry. So almost 300 cars, 1 arrest, 3 diversions. The diversions are people that police may take aside to do breathalyzer tests and that kind of thing, make sure that they're not impaired. Now, if you somehow skipped out on this OVI checkpoint, you're not out of the clear yet, they are doing what they call saturation patrols throughout the Montgomery County until Thursday morning at 3 a.m. So they will be looking for more impaired drivers. So the message is simple: be sober, be alert, be responsible. You drink, you drive, and you lose. For now, that's the very latest here in Vandalia. I'm Wale Aliu.